Welcome back to the second stanza of the program, The Conversation, coming to you from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Nelson Ekujumi, and I still have with me in the studio Comrade Ajayi Popola, popularly known as Pope in the human rights community here in Nigeria. Comrade Pope, we want to look at the conduct of the gubernatorial elections in Kogi, Imo, and Bayelsa state, which was held on the 11th of November, just this month, a week ago, and the results have been declared. Winners have been announced, but we still hear complaints here and there. We were both together as INEC accredited observers in Kogi State, yes. And like I said earlier in another episode of this program, The Conversation, I said from the elections we monitored in Kogi, in the local governments we visited, we saw that the process was fully complied with, but because we are not omnipotent, and like the Supreme Court rightly made that statement of an octopus observer or party agent, we are not one. So we believe that anybody who has any grounds to challenge the outcome of that election has the liberty to go to court. But from what we saw as election observers, we were there at the polling station. We saw how the election held. We saw how INEC arrived. Party agents were there, and one thing that came out in one earlier conversation I had on this program was that in most polling stations, in Kogi, for example, we had 18 political parties, but there was hardly any polling station you go to that you can find five party agents. Yes, it was either 2 or 3. So you ask yourself, where these 15 remaining parties, are they on the ballot or not? But we saw their logo on the ballot papers. So if they don't have representative in that election, how serious are they in running for that office? And we saw Imo State. We saw the margin of win in Imo State. And we also saw the traditional Bayelsa, yes, which has always been a hotbed, of violence when it comes to our elections. Yes. And like you rightly alluded to, when you win, election is perfect. But the moment you lose, INEC has compromised. In Kogi, APC won. All the other parties complained that the election was rigged. Yes. In Imo, APC won. All the other parties complained that election was rigged. In Bayelsa, PDP won. All the other parties complained that election. So, honestly,
you see, if you take this thing seriously, you just enjoy yourself psychologically. It's like drama. Like in Kogi State now. Yes, when you listen to people before the election, complaints. It's a lamentation. You can lament from now till tomorrow. But what happens on the day of election is very important.
Yes.
The number of people you are able to take to the polling...
that you can mobilize.
You can mobilize to the polling station is what determines the outcome.
Yes.
You know that for Kogi, for instance, there is no way APC wouldn't have won the election. If you ask me why.
Why?
Okay, we have 3 major zones, East, Central, West.
Yes.
Well, of course, the outgoing governor is from the Central.
Yes.
So he picked his brother as the candidate.
Yes.
Yes, then the other 2 zones, is it MSDP guy is from the East? Ajaka is from the East. Yes. Then the West, who has been crying marginalization in Kogi State.
They produce
that they said that has been marginalized truly in everything, in all the configuration or everything you can imagine in Kogi State, because that's the Yoruba end of Kogi. So
they had about 2 or 3 candidates from the West.
Well, that's where we are going. Then they have PDP, they have
ADC,
Abejide, and others.
Yes.
And others. Yes. So instead of them to
consolidate all their eggs into one basket,
then form strategic alliance with the East.
Yeah.
So that, okay, is it Ajaka they want to now give it to now? Then I say, okay, after you it will be us or something. Yeah. Or if they have seen that, okay, this governor will bully his way or will get his way through, it's okay, form strategic alliance with him too, you know, but they didn't do that. Yes. So everybody felt by just appearing on INEC ballot, that will make you governor. No, that will make you governor. We went round. How many? In fact, at most, you find 3 party agents. Yes, in the polling stations. You remember a particular polling agent where there was one as at 8:30. Almost 8:35. No, 8:35. We were looking for. No, wait. As at 8:30.
Yes.
There was only one party agent. One party agent.
Yes. Then, and the INEC said they cannot start
until
they want another party agent.
Then the other one that was there said, no, we were here. But you said 8:30, we are here. So are you now saying we should wait for those who are not
present?
Who are not, what if they didn't come at all? If they don't come,
yes.
Are you not going?
Are you not going to conduct the election? You know, we were even, I even intervened and I told the electoral officer that, look, you are guided by the regulations. If the party agent does not abide by that regulation, you don't have to wait for him. But so, at the end of the day, we all had to wait for like about 20-25 minutes. About 30 minutes.
About 30 minutes before somebody showed up. So you can imagine how serious or how poorly prepared
they were for the election. Yes, absolutely.
So if on the day of election, you cannot even mobilize your agent to be there, then how do you complain? Because the party, what the politicians don't know is this. Their party agent is the most critical element on election day. Yes. It is what they see. Yes. It is what they sign. It is the result they collect. Yes. That is the most important.
At least we can attest on this platform that we saw party agents with copies of result sheets that they signed and collected. We saw it with our own naked eyes.
So, rather than just going on television and radio station and social media to complain about rigging and what have you, collect data.
Collect those facts.
Collect data from your agent.
Your party agent. But if you don't have a party agent, how do you collect the data?
Well, I don't know. They might try LP's strategy.
What was their strategy?
Of not having a party agent and the polling unit, then go on computer code to compute whatever, then take that to court. Then we see if that will help them.
Well, it is very laughable.
Because there is no alternative to this. In fact, you say training of
party agents
is very key. But of course, politicians, because of maybe, I don't know, for whatever reason, party agents they will not train. Those who are trained will not be deployed. And those who are deployed, in fact, some of them does not even know what to do. You know?
In fact, that agent we are talking about, the guy was neither here nor there.
Yes, no?
The guy came. When he signed his name, he disappeared.
He disappeared again, just signed
until that. After the election and they were counting ballot paper, he reappeared again. So you can imagine. I think our political parties need to take the issue of party agents serious. They don't understand.
If they don't. If they should send their best.
I remember sometime in the past when I was a party agent, by 7 a.m., you're already at your polling station.
Because you must check the ballot
papers when they bring them,
to ensure that, okay, if X number of ballot papers are brought in, you must ensure.
Yes.
You must check this, even the serial number.
You know, there was
to ensure that the serial number.
You know, there was one polling unit we got to. In that polling unit, we looked at the register on the board. The polling unit had 515.
Yes.
When they were counting the ballot paper, it was 510, if you remember.
Yes. Because
each booklet contained 99. And the guy came with 5. Then he now brought another 15 extra. So when we now told him that you have 510, but on your register you have 515, he said, let us start with this. And see how it will go.
So that in case, if this one is exhausted,
we'll call for backup.
Yes. So fine, fair enough, because it's expected.
Yes.
It is only in the past, pre-Beavers
introduction, pre-introduction of
Beaver's introduction, that 500 will register at
and 600 will vote.
And 600 will vote. Or the entire 500 will vote. But we know that it is, maybe somebody
the
is sick.
system has cleaned itself out.
It's not possible for every registrant to be present.
At all.
So maybe
all.
some of them are dead,
Yes.
some are sick,
some are
relocated, you know, or maybe had reasons to travel out of their location for unforeseen circumstances. So even if, you know, just 5, well, I understood that, okay, it's not possible for everybody to come around. Then at the end of the day, how many of them turn up? Not even up to 100. In that particular, even up to 100. Yes, in that they did not even exhaust one booklet. So that is the thing.
No matter how we want to look at it, for me, the election we witnessed in Kogi was credible, was successful, even though we recognize that there was this challenge of a pre-filled result sheet, which we all know was a tall order. It's because those people were ignorant of the new system in place.
Yes.
Because if you pre-fill result sheets, how will you get the voters to go through Beavers to tally with what you have recorded? So it's an impossibility.
No, let us even assume that such things happened. Well, the other parties now have the opportunity to go to tribunal.
Yes.
To go and prove.
Yes. But don't also forget that in those polling stations, INEC suspended elections. So you don't have any evidence from that place. That election has been taken. That polling units have been taken away. Yes.
Taken off. So we are just saying that, okay, you never can tell.
Well, of course,
if it happened elsewhere too.
Yes.
Okay, let them go and gather their
data,
evidences and
come to court.
And go
Comrade Pokwalaja, I want to thank you very much for coming on to the program today. We have discussed the conduct of the Kogi, Bayelsa, and Imo State election. The election that we witnessed, the elections were credible and free and fair in Kogi State. We recognize that there's no perfect election anywhere in the world. And we also attest to
INEC tried.
Yes, we also attest to what happened in Bayelsa and Imo State. We give a big kudos to INEC. We give a big kudos to the security agencies. Our political class needs to wake up and learn to play by the rules rather than looking for shortcuts. So until we come your way again next time, please continue to stay tuned to the conversation on TV 360. Thank you for staying tuned, and bye-bye till we come your way again next time. Bye-bye.